Man, what's up? What's happening? You already know who it is and what it is. It's your boy Nephew Q. It's everybody's favorite day. It's Beyond the Game Monday, where we get on here, talk ish, kick back, argue, and debate sports with the best of them. But enough of y'all hearing about me ramble on. If it's your first time tuning in, like I said, my name Nephew Q. I'm gonna let my guy Ralph go and introduce himself one time for the one time. Ralph, go ahead, man.
What's up, world? What's up? Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. We got a lot of things to get into, and then we got Mr. Run It Back, Mr. Rambassador himself, Big Brew. But y'all know him on Facebook as Smith Mello. Go on, introduce yourself, my guy.
But I'm still representing for the 2022 or 2021-22 LA Rams. Let's get to it, man.
Man, so do I have to hear this shit until the next season starts? do I gotta hear this from now until September, bro? Like, come on.
No, because your quarterback just wants all the news lines. So no, you ain't gonna hear it. That's all we're talking about now.
When we won the Super Bowl, I didn't say nothing. I just kept it quiet and kept it moving, bro.
Is that all you did, Q? Is that all you did? He didn't say nothing.
I ain't say not a word, bro. Like, I ain't bothering nobody.
Couldn't even tell y'all won.
Hats, t-shirts.
I ain't bothering nobody, man. But anyway, Selection Sunday was just yesterday. So we're going to get into these final four picks. And I think I pretty much speak for everybody. Well, I ain't going to say everybody, but for the people who are here today, that since the show just came out yesterday and it's Monday, we do have the right to reserve to change our minds between now and when the tournament kicks off. So our final four picks are not set in stone today. They could change, so you never know what we can do. But anyways, like I said, the Selection Sunday came out yesterday. Man, a lot of controversy with some of the brackets and whatnot. Some people think, Duke got a hard road. UK got an easy cakewalk road.
They didn't.
We gonna get into all of that, but first things first. Final four picks. We gonna start with the West region. Who you got coming out in the West region, Ralph?
Gonzaga, easy money.
Gonzaga, easy money. Hey, I'm gonna
money.
go ahead and make it real quick too, man. I got Gonzaga coming out the West. Daniel got his head turned to the side like he got something else he won't say. So Daniel, go ahead, man. The floor is yours. Who you got, man?
Honestly, based on matchups, though, Gonzaga does have it a little easier. I'm looking at it right now. Memphis played a lot of ranked teams, but they just ain't it. Arkansas struggles from three. I can't see them beating Gonzaga. But I'm going to say, damn all that, and I'm going to
Facts. Facts.
I knew it was coming. I knew that Duke thing was coming.
If we can beat Texas Tech, who I think will be in the Sweet 16, I think we'll beat Gonzaga again. So,
hey, and to Ike's comment, you dang right, Ike. I'm smelling from ear to ear. We got Russell and we got Sierra. Welcome to town.
Welcome to town. So everybody who is tuning in, watching right now, let us know who you got coming out of the West bracket. As William Sweat, he said he got Gonzaga coming out as well out of the West bracket. So hold on, Hot Dog. He couldn't make it today's show, but he said Texas Tech is going to put Duke out. Dan, you want to address this real quick before we move on to the next region?
Hot Dog loves a good story.
He does. He does.
It matter if it don't make sense. He
does.
I think Hot Dog, he just got it in his heart. He just wants y'all to lose. He don't care who is to. He just wants y'all to lose.
The biggest issue with Hot Dog is Loserville is not in the tournament, so he really doesn't have much to cheer for.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean they got the stay-at-home bracket. Let's see. He said Q got the Goodwill shirt on. You damn right. I'll get you one too if you want one. Don't he? What's your size, big dog? What's your size? But, he said, hold on, let's see. Look logic as usual, wrong. I don't know what he meant by that, but I guess he meant Duke logic as usual. I guess that's what he means. Adam Kent, he said he got Duke coming out, so he's right there with you. William Sweat, he says Duke struggles when they have to play out west in the tournament. Brew, what you got to say to that comment, man?
50-50. I mean, back in the day, they used to win out west a lot. They struggle out west to me when they get deeper into the tournament. Like playing early, they find out west, but when they have to play like a Sweet 16, Elite 8, and they got to play somebody that's used to playing in that time zone, they do struggle a little bit. Also, we just ain't had the teams. We have like 1 or 2 stars, and that's it. I think I think a little deeper this year. They just got to rebound a little better to me.
There it is. So let's go on, keep it moving. We're going over to the east side. A lot of people have been asking me about the east region because of the 8-9 matchup, which is the North Carolina Marquette. I'm gonna just go ahead and let it be known right now. I'm a realistic fan. We probably won't be playing past game one. If we play past game one, we are definitely not playing past the weekend. But anyway, so for this region, I hate to say it. But I got UK coming out of the East region.
Mono.
I do. I feel like UK has the
Let's go.
capabilities to make a Final Four run. They have defensive presence. They have a low post presence in Sheway. They rebound the ball. Y'all have shooters. They streaky, but y'all got shooters. Y'all have pretty good point guard play in Wheeler. So y'all have all the components that you would need to make a Final Four run. So I can see them coming out of the East region. Big Brew Daniel, what you got, my guy?
I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier. With LJ Cryer hurt, I think that Baylor might lose in the Sweet 16. I think St. Mary's is going to the Sweet 16, so I think they might lose in the Sweet 16.
We on the same page.
And I think same thing I've been saying for about a month or two. UK struggles in the half court. They're a transition team. But Oscar Sheway bails them out a lot in the half court by getting all them offensive rebounds.
Right.
If the team commits to keeping him off the boards, I think UK could lose.
Mm-hmm.
But this bracket is too easy. I just don't trust Purdue to make it past the Sweet 16 just because it's Purdue. They always do that when the Big Ten looks good. So I'm going with Kentucky too.
I know it, Daniel, bro. I know it, Daniel. I know it, bro.
If they play Purdue, they're gonna lose.
Okay, so the caveat for you is if they meet up with Purdue, they taking the L. But if not, you got them advancing all the way to the Final Four. Okay, you need a breathalyzer. I can't believe my ears. Hey, man, I'm trying to be objective up here. I don't even know if we should even go with Ralph's pick. But go ahead, Ralph, man.
I have a Duke fan picking UK, and I have a North Carolina fan picking UK.
It's COVID.
You should have just let me go first because you already know
COVID,
what
bro.
time it is with me. BBN all the way. I just don't think the UK has the easy bracket that everybody's saying that they have, man. I mean, I know Murray State's not a big time school, but I think Murray State is a decent team. That's why I see Kentucky playing in the second round, and I think that's going to be a tough game. And then you have Purdue, who's been a top 5 team all season. So I think that'll be a tough game. Daniel thinks we'll lose to Purdue, but I don't think we will, even if we do play them. And even if we have to play a team like Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech showed me something in the ACC tournament this weekend. So I think Virginia Tech is a tough team. But, of course, man, it's easy money for me. It's UK all the way to the Final Four, man.
So let's get on up off of that region because I'm tired of talking about that. But like Ralph said, BBN, baby Blue Nation. So let's go over to the South region in that bracket right there. Big Brew, who you got coming out of the South to make it to the Final Four?
This region right here is a tough one for me because it's so wide open. And I never believe it. I mean, Lou Olson is gone. He's been gone from Arizona for about 15 years, so I just don't believe in Arizona. So, I can see Houston coming out. I can
Say it.
Tennessee coming out. I can see Villanova just because of Jay Wright, even though I know their team is – I've seen them play. They're okay. I mean, if I had to pick one, I probably would go with – I don't believe in Rick Barnes. I probably would go with –
It's tough.
Tough, bro.
I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going to stick with talent, and I'm going to go with Arizona.
That's tough.
So
man.
Arizona lost their point guard, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to just go with talent and go – you know what?
Here we go.
Nah.
Do it.
Nah, go ahead, go with you.
You know what? Nah, I am. I'm going to stick with Arizona.
All right,
I was going to roll with Houston, but I ain't going to do it. I'm going to stick with Arizona.
Yeah.
So we got Daniel who got Houston coming out of the South region. I don't care what he said. He's going with Houston coming out.
I like Tennessee, though. I do like Tennessee, though.
So for me, I'm to piggyback off of what you just said, Daniel, man. Tennessee, I feel like they're hot right now, and as we all know, sometimes that's what it takes to make a deep run in the tournaments. You just get hot at the right time, and right now, I do feel like Tennessee is hot. So let me go with Tennessee coming out the South for me. William Sweat, I know you watching. I know you're a big Arizona, a Wildcats fan, but I just don't believe in Arizona. I just don't. I just don't. It's been since. Uh,
2000.
1997. What year did Arizona win it? Was it 97? Yeah, 96 UK, 97 Arizona, then 98 UK. So I think it's been since 1997 a Pac-12 team has won the title. So yeah, I'm sorry, William, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. So let me get Tennessee in this. Adam Ken said, "Damn, two SEC teams." Hey, man, look, I'm trying to be objective, my guy. I mean, you know. But anyways, Ralph, who you got in the South?
Before I answer this, like you said earlier, these choices are subject to change. This is
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
we're in the moment, so we're just gonna choose. Um, dang, like Daniel said, Zona, Houston, Tennessee, Nova. I think I'm probably gonna go with just because SEC. I think I'm gonna go with Tennessee in this one. Like Q said, they're hot at the right time. I like the way they've been playing. They beat us twice in like the last 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Tennessee. But I do want to go with Arizona. If it wasn't for their point guard getting hurt, I probably would have easily chose Arizona. But I think I might go with Tennessee in that game.
Adam Kent
UCLA.
said UCLA in 2005. They didn't win in 2005. That was the was that the Derrick Rose year?
2005, North Carolina beat UCLA.
So I'm trying to figure out what he meant by UCLA.
Arizona went versus Duke in 2001.
I know, but I'm just saying as far as the last time a Pac-12 team actually won the title.
97.
Yes, it's been since Arizona won it in 97. So yeah, it's been a while, Adam Kent. But anyways, last region we have the Midwest region. Um for this one, man, it's a for me personally, it's a bunch of teams I don't trust. I don't trust Kansas. I don't trust Auburn. I don't trust Iowa in this bracket.
Wisconsin.
I don't trust them either. Like, like it's a bunch of teams I really don't trust because all of them are so up and down. Kansas could play like a national title team the
Yeah.
first weekend, and the next weekend be struggling and lose by 5. And then the same thing for Auburn. Auburn could come out the gates with Jabari Smith and be killing the first weekend, and next weekend lose by 10, and so forth and so on. So for me, this bracket, this region, is just a whole bunch of teams that are just confused on what the hell they doing. So this is let me get Kansas, bro. I don't want to go with Kansas, but I don't want to go with Auburn because I really don't trust Auburn. I really don't trust the coach.
Bruce Pearl.
Bruce Pearl. So let me get. I really don't trust Bill Self either. So that's what I'm saying. so yeah, let me go with Kansas in this. Let me go with Kansas in this region. Ralph, who you got, man?
Shout out to the SEC, the best conference in the nation this
Don't
year.
start. Don't start this. Don't start.
I'm going with 3 teams being in the Final Four
I
from
knew
the
it.
SEC,
I knew
and
it.
I'm going with the Auburn Tigers.
I knew it.
Your turn, Daniel.
See, Dave, before you go, that's exactly why I didn't want to go with Auburn because I knew people was gonna be like, "Well, I thought the SEC was a weak conference. Why you got 3 teams in the
I
Final
just said
Four?"
that because I know Daniel had made a comment a little bit ago, so
See,
that's the
look,
only
look,
reason I
look.
said that,
See,
man.
look, Adam Kent, he didn't want 3 SEC teams in there. See, exactly what I'm saying. That's why I didn't want to go with them.
Uh,
Hold on, Hot Dog. He said, "I like Iowa as an upset Final Four pick." So he got Iowa with the upset sleeper team going to the
hey, I
Final
like
Four.
Creighton as an upset team too, man. Keep an eye on them.
We'll keep an eye on them. But Daniel, who you like, man? Who you got coming out of this region?
Hot dog read my mind. Honestly, I won't route him my money bracket competition if he's gonna put the SEC things in there.
Nah, bro. Subject to change.
But honestly, if I had to pick a surprise sleeper team, it would be Iowa. The reason why I would pick them, they score a lot of points. They score like 84, 85 a game. They only give up like 71 a game. My problem is when they played ranked opponents, which I know some of them were conference foes, they struggled. I think they were like 3-5 or 2-5 versus the top 25 this year. That would be the only team outside of Kansas, even though I don't trust Kansas. I like Miami's team. They play with heart. I don't trust Jim Larnega. He never comes
Yeah.
through. I
Mm-hmm.
can see Bruce Pearl going to the Elite Eight. If they make it there, I can see them coming out. I definitely don't trust Bill Self.
See
One of
what
the,
I'm saying? So
That's
so
my
the
homeboy's team,
there
man. He
you
love
so the
Kansas.
bracket is I mean not the bracket, the region is almost set up for you to pick Auburn because there's a whole bunch of teams that you really just don't trust in down there.
I know, and for that reason, I'm not going with Kansas. I am going with Iowa.
Okay, 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 okay.
So Kansas will probably beat them up with athleticism. I'm going with Iowa.
Yeah,
I haven't completed any of my brackets because I want to
me
see
neither.
what play-in teams, where they get, what they who they play and everything like that. But
And then William Sweat, he said he'll take Kansas, but I don't trust them dudes. Pretty much everybody has the same feeling about Kansas, which is Kansas is ultra talented, but when it comes to tournament time, they always do some silly ish. They always lose to a team they ain't got no business losing to. No, and especially this year where they've been so up and down and inconsistent all year long. So a lot of people are kind of like Kansas is the number one seed, but that number one seed could have easily went to Duke. It could have easily went to UK because it's not like Kansas did anything to separate themselves to
Yep.
they're observant of that number one seed.
I like
Us not winning the SEC tournament hurt us getting the number one seed.
I like Wisconsin too. They don't score a lot, but they don't give up a lot. But if they can control the pace, they'll be in games. I could see Wisconsin maybe making the Sweet 16.
Who we got? Let's see. Wisconsin, they play Colgate. If they win that game, they play the winner of LSU Iowa State. So the way it shakes up for you, Daniel, they could make a nice Sweet 16 run. They could make a Sweet 16
Mm-hmm.
run. But man, I can't wait to come back next week and see how all these picks are
No,
doing
Lord.
and how horrible they are. But in the midst of the selection show yesterday, Thomas
Sheesh.
Edward Patrick Brady Jr. had to be the center of attention
Had
and
to.
drop the news that he is unretiring and returning to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So as I get my guys around the horn real quick, Tom Brady coming back to the Bucs. What does it mean? I'll go ahead and take the floor real quick on this. Ike, I'm sorry, my guy. I'm sorry. And Bucks Nation, I'm sorry. But
Wow.
this means absolutely nothing. And the reason why I say it means nothing is because this is not the same Bucks team from the previous 2
It's
years.
not.
We lost two offensive linemen, Kappa and then Ali Marpet retired. So the protection that Tom Brady has had for the past 2 seasons is gonna be kind of shaky to start with. And for a guy who's damn near 90 years old, like we need that offensive line needs to be top 5 offensive line. And then on top of that, we have a lot of guys who came back on 1-year prove-it deals. We had Fournette come back, we had Sue come back on a hometown discount. We have so many guys on the defensive side of the ball who came back on hometown discounts. That's probably not going to take them discounts again to play again. So the Bucks team is not going to be the same as we've seen the past 2 years. So for me, Tom Brady unretiring and come back, yes, it makes us a playoff team, but a Super Bowl team, we have limited cap space, so it's not like we can go out here and get a lot of guys and things of that nature. So for me, him unretiring and come back, it really doesn't mean much because we don't have much to offer at this point. I mean, you might as well go play for New England if it's about all that. But anyway, so Adam said, "God, here we go," and then Miguel said, "Logging off." So, anyways, Ralph, what does Tom Brady coming back to the Bucks? What does it mean for Tampa?
Honestly, bro, I kind of 100% agree with everything that you just now said. Y'all lost some key offensive linemen. Y'all don't have Antonio. Gronk is a year older. I just don't think that it does mean much for the Bucks. I do see the Bucks as a playoff team, and it's always good to have a top-notch quarterback running your team, regardless if it's Tom Brady at 45 years old. But yeah, I think it doesn't mean much for y'all as far as if y'all want to win a Super Bowl. He gave y'all Super Bowl, but at least if you're in the playoffs, you do have a chance. So
Yeah,
I mean, you got that to go
anything can
with.
happen.
Yeah,
Anything can happen in the
anything
playoffs.
can. Yeah, but I think he just what I do love about it is that Tom Brady's such a competitor, man. Like even at the age that he's at, he's such a competitor. He still feels like he can play the game at his highest level. So I do want to see what he has left in the tank. With what y'all do have, like you said, I don't think y'all win a Super Bowl, but I definitely want to see what Tom Brady has left.
So before I let Daniel cook on this subject, this was my thing when I seen the news of him retiring. Why did you retire in the first place?
I
Meaning,
think it was his wife and other people kind of in his ear that was
no,
making him
I
lean
got
towards
that.
that
But
way.
what I mean by that is, Ralph, is why not just take all of this time? Like there was no rush. My bad. Tampa never gave him a deadline saying, "Hey, we need a decision by this day, this month." So he had all the time in the world to come up to a conclusion of if he want to retire or not. So with no forced pressure from the organization, why be so quick to make that decision right after the Super Bowl, only 2 months later to be like, you know
I
what?
think it was family. I think he probably made a promise to his wife at the end of the season, like this will be it. This will be my final year.
You know
And
what? He probably got on his wife's nerves so
exact,
damn bad that she was like,
exactly.
bro, you need to go play football. Like you need to get out the house. You need to go do something because
Like seriously,
you ain't
bro.
gonna be around the house getting on my damn nerves all day long. So
I think he got on their nerves on purpose. Like they don't let me up out of here, man.
so she
Feel like
was
a
like, look.
caged animal.
So she was probably like, look, Tom, this is it. This is the last
Mm-hmm.
season. Get it all out your system.
Yeah,
But after you retire this time,
yeah.
you gonna find something else to do because you ain't gonna be up in this house getting on my damn nerves all
That's a
day
fact.
long.
That's
But
facts.
Daniel, man, what's your thoughts? What does Tom Brady unretiring? What does that mean for the Bucks?
I mean, about the same thing that you all said. I saw something today. He's older than 13 head coaches in the
It's
NFL.
crazy, bro. It's
So I
crazy.
mean, I'm not going to say nothing. I thought this would have been the year that he fell off the cliff, and he didn't. He led the league in touchdowns. He led the league in yards. Actually, I think this season made him a little bit more comfortable in y'all's offense compared to last year. Last year, he had like 17 picks. This year, he only had about 9. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I think what it does for y'all is, like you said, make sure a playoff team. I don't have to go through the Kyle Trask experiment. I kind of figured he was coming back, considering that y'all didn't try to get a quarterback. Also, Gronkowski didn't retire.
Retire,
Then, like I said a couple of days ago, I saw a clip with him and Cristiano Ronaldo, and he asked, "Was he done?" and he wouldn't answer. So I feel the same. I think a lot of y'all's guys they came back on a discount, like you said, for this year. You didn't make the playoffs. I mean, well, didn't make the Super Bowl. I think they're gonna go get paid. You got a guy retire. I guess y'all are probably gonna try to re-sign one of your linemen. But all those other guys, besides maybe like y'all are trying to re-sign Carlton Davis.
I
Levante
forgot him.
Davis probably will come back for cheap just because he's old. You gotta get Lenny back. Gotta get Lenny back.
yeah. Definitely need him.
But the problem, Daniel, is we ain't got that much cap space though. That's the issue.
Yeah,
Well, Brady
yeah.
saved y'all $8 million. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if he would have saved y'all any more money by waiting until June. I don't think he would have, but he saved y'all $8 million. That's enough for a player.
Yeah, we need a couple more.
That's why she said a player.
I mean, it might be able to get two if you can get two people to settle on about $4 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, we about to hit this veterans market and see what we can scoop up, man. Because
Bring Antonio back.
no,
I think
we
Tom Brady was like, as big as their house are, you could be in the house and not even be around each other. You know what I mean? When you start to get 6, 7, 8,000 square foot houses, Tom Brady made sure he was in every room she was in.
Every room.
He's in there in the morning.
first thing he's doing. What we doing today? What we doing today? Every single day. What we doing today? She was like, "Hey, we not doing this shit, man. We're not gonna do this shit."
He said, "Get your butt out on that
Going back
football
out there and
field."
play. Shit.
She gave him one more year to get on out there. But yeah, man, I'm glad to
Man.
see him come back. But I mean, it's not gonna be a Super Bowl contending team. It'll be a playoff contending team for sure. But unless we get some really good draft picks, some really great pieces in free agency, which started off today. Shout out to the Chargers right now. They killing it in free
Bro,
agency.
killing it right now, man.
Chargers got all that cap space and they just giving money to that man.
Well, they
The players
stole
that they're
Khalil.
signing are high value signings. They're not just signing anybody and throwing money to anybody. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But let's talk about Ralph's Brooklyn Nets. They had two big wins over the weekend. They beat the 76ers, and then the other day, Slim Reaper came up huge with a 50 ball to knock out the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks
Yeah,
is kind of
too.
crap though. But anyway, so with the two wins that they had, Kyrie showing that he's pretty much back in Kyrie form, even though he's in and out of the lineup. KD has shown that he's back from his knee injury, full strength now. Are the Brooklyn Nets back to being the favorites in the East? Ralph, go ahead.
Andrew, I'm sorry. Hell no. Hell no.
Hell no.
Like they got, I love the way they played against Philly, but anybody kind of who's a basketball fan would kind of be like, that's what you should do against Philly every single game. But and they played the New York Knicks. The Knicks played them tough. KD had to put up 50, but Kyrie didn't play. So if Kyrie would have played, probably wouldn't have been that tough of a game. But I don't think the Nets are back quite yet. They still have to show improve as far as the favorites. So right now, I'm still going to go with probably the Miami Heat or the Bucks as my favorites coming out of the East.
So before I let you go, so the Nets currently sit in the 8th spot right now. Do you see them staying in the 7-8 region, or do you see them making a push to go up? I think they're 4 games behind the 6th seed, which is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, look it up for me, Daniel.
That's what I was going to say. I can see them pushing to probably fifth or 6th, depending on how many games they are back. But that's about it.
56. Okay. So Daniel, what's your thoughts, man? While you look up to see how far back they are in the standings, are the Brooklyn Nets back to being the favorites in the East after this weekend's games?
They are 2.5 games behind Toronto for the 7th spot, so they'll probably catch them. I don't really see them catching Cleveland. I think by the end of the season, close to the end of the season, Cleveland will start to get some of their people back. But I think, they're a scary team. We don't know what Ben Simmons is going to do. The thing is, we don't even
might
know.
as well not even play, man.
Yeah, he might as well not play.
It's ridiculous, bro.
And Ben Simmons, we don't even know what kind of shape he's in. He looks all right. He don't look fat or anything. I just mean game shape. So he might as well not play. I do like the addition of Seth Curry.
I like
Duke. And they needed that, honestly, because Joe Harris is done for the season.
Yep.
I like to pick up a Dragic, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I still don't know why the 76ers didn't pick up Dragic. But I don't think they're the favorites. I've been saying for at least a month, Milwaukee, they added they added Ibaka.
Ibaka, yeah.
That was big because now you can rest. You don't even have to play Giannis the whole game no more. Plus, they already had Bobby Portis hooping.
Yeah.
So I still like them. I think they're just coasting. You know what I mean? They're not giving it their all right now. What are they? They're like 3rd in the East. I think they're just coasting. I don't think without James Harden, I don't think they can beat them in a series. Even though they did beat them the other day, like a week or two ago in a series, I just don't see it. I like what I saw against Philly, but I watched Philly play again yesterday. Philly is all right. They're lacking some depth, and I think that Philly they struggle with the pick and roll, and they struggle with teams that can swing the ball. So I think Philly would struggle with the Nets. I think Philly would struggle with the Suns. I think Philly would struggle with the Warriors as well because they just don't rotate good enough. So I'm already I think Philly are definitely in the playoff series, but I don't have them going to the conference final. So I see it being Bucks. I probably could see the Nets knocking off Miami. I just don't believe in Jimmy Butler, man.
I'm right there with you. I could see if there was to somehow match up Heat Nets. The Heat are great defensively, but I just think the Nets are just an overall better team than the Miami Heat. I feel like they just got a little bit too much firepower. As my Uncle Shay would say, when the rubber needs to meet the road and you need some buckets, the Brooklyn Nets have 2 guys you can say, go get me a bucket right here, right now.
Now, this is the crazy thing. If Philly decides to do this, which I don't know if Doc would, but he might want to save his job. If he decides to go ahead and start losing, Milwaukee will move into that 2nd spot, and you'll likely get the Nets Bucks first round.
That would be dope.
Ooh, man.
That would be dope.
That would be a dope first round match. I don't think
At least Kyrie will get to play.
Yeah.
Adam Silver ain't gonna like that because he don't want them ratings like that for the first. He needs that for the Eastern
Save
Conference.
it. Yeah, you gotta save it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna like that. Yeah, he don't like that too much, man. But yeah, so we all got well for me. Nets are not the favorite just because they had a big weekend. I still think the Bucks are the best team in the East from top to bottom. They have Giannis, who is top five. We ain't doing this today. Top
Not
five.
today.
However you want to put him in the league right now, he's definitely top five.
For sure.
They have a great core with Chris
Yeah.
Middleton, Drew Holiday. They have Bobby Portis coming off the bench. Like they have a really solid squad from top to bottom, and I do think they're the best in the East at this point. And I know KJ, he's watching. He told me yesterday, "Oh well, they almost beat the Bucks with just KD by himself." That's true, but KD did that by himself for one, maybe two games.
Yeah,
Him doing
exactly.
that for a 7-game series by himself,
Totally different ball game.
totally different thing. Totally different thing. So I don't know if he can do that for 7 games, man. But anyways, Deshaun Watson has been cleared of all criminal charges. Now he's going to probably do some civil suits as well. We
Thank you.
clapped up for my guy Deshaun Watson. So now that his legal battles have been cleared, he's not going to face any criminal charges. So he's not going to do any time or anything like that. So it opened up the floodgates for teams to hit up the Houston Texans and ask what y'all want for your boy. So with that being said, now before we get into this topic, Deshaun Watson has a no trade clause, so he has to okay a trade to any team that comes along. So where do y'all see Deshaun Watson ended up? Where do y'all see him saying, you know what? I'll go there. Ralph, the floor is yours.
I think the first two teams he's meeting with are the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Panthers right now are looking like a good destination. Um, I don't know if I would want him to go to Carolina. I'm just not a big fan of Matt Rule. I'm not a big fan of that team and the weapons that they currently have. So I don't know if I want him to go to Carolina. But that does look like a destination. Seattle can also be a destination with them trading Russell Westbrook to the Denver Broncos. I mean, Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. So honestly, it just depends on who has the most to give up. I mean, shoot, the Broncos just gave up 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds to the Seattle Seahawks. So, but does Deshaun Watson want to play in Seattle? So I'm going to say it will be between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers.
For me, before I let Daniel cook on this, one team Seattle, the other team is Philly. For me, I feel like Philly. Of course, no.
Andrew.
Because I feel like Philly has the best trade package for the Houston Texans, right? They have the 3 number 1 picks this year. So for me, I'm saying, okay, I can't give you all 3, but I'll give you 2 out of 3 first round picks this year. I'll throw in Jalen Hurts. So then, therefore, that's y'all guy that you can build your team around right there. So now you have a quarterback. So now you got 2 first round picks. You don't have to worry about drafting the quarterback because I just traded you Jalen Hurts. Throw another first round pick and maybe a second, and boom, that's a Deshaun Watson deal right there. I feel like the Eagles have the most and the best package to give up, but I don't see Deshaun Watson wanting to play in Philly. So for me, this is a toss-up, man. I really don't know where. And Ralph brought up the Saints. If what's your boy who just left? Sean
Andrew.
Payton. Not Sean Payton. If Sean Payton was still the coach of the Saints,
That's why I said no to them.
I think Deshaun Watson would be more than open to go down there because they don't have a quarterback. They still have Michael Thomas. They still have great Alvin Kamara. They got pieces here and there. So it would be a good look. But since Sean Payton is not there, I don't think he would really want to go there. So by all estimations for me, I mean, it might just be between the Seahawks and the Panthers. And between those two, I mean, why not the Panthers? I don't want them in my division, but I mean, why not the Panthers? So I'm going to go with Panthers on this one as a team that Deshaun Watson would okay a trade for. Daniel, what's your thoughts, man?
He had Lockett and Metcalf, bro, over the Panthers.
You still got Pete Carroll as your coach.
You're right.
He just seen what Pete Carroll did for Russell Wilson at the end. He's like, okay, yeah, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Daniel.
I'm with you on that. The best place, not the best place. I like Charlotte as a city. I don't like Matt Rule. I don't even understand how they picked him out of
not at all
where he came from and got that job. But I understand him and the owner's relationship. I'm looking at it strictly on talent and need. I think the Carolina Panthers will be the best place for him that needs a quarterback. You got McCaffrey, you got DJ Moore, you got Robbie Anderson. They got an all right tight end. I can't remember his name right now. Fantasy season's over. I'm forgetting everybody's name. Plus, we the Super Bowl champs.
There we go.
Facts,
But
man.
no, I think talent wise, I would like Seattle too. Nobody's trying to play for Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll needs to go into the management or something. Go away.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But so Philly has the perfect package. I agree. Philly, I've heard that Philly is trying hard. I heard Seattle's trying hard. Uh, New Orleans crept into the equation. And then, of course, the Panthers. It just makes sense for me. I think he would have went to Miami if Flores didn't get fired. I think that's where he
Yeah.
went.
He did want to go Miami.
But now I think that's out. And everybody else needed a quarterback besides the Colts as a
Ooh.
quarterback. I just don't know.
I don't think the Colts have enough.
Chris Ballard, he just doesn't. Right now, the Colts want Chris Ballard fired.
Yeah.
I don't think they make the move. It's like he's like that guy that's like, yeah, I got 30,000, but I just rather keep it for real. He's that guy. So it's like it just. I think he'll end up in. This is a small possibility, but I think he ends up in Carolina.
I think he ends up there too. It's just all about the package. Maybe they throw in, C-Mac because, wasn't at the end of the season they were listening for offers for Christian McCaffrey. So maybe they throw in C-Mac in the deal, just to get him in Houston, make the salaries match or things of that nature, and throw in a couple of draft picks. Go ahead, Dan.
Surprise team. I don't think they'll do it. They did fire their GM, their old GM. But they do have the players to get them. The New York Giants. They're more than willing to get rid of Daniel Jones. That's why they didn't pick up his option. And they're willing to trade running back.
I don't want to see him go there.
Saquon Barkley.
They're willing to trade him.
Yeah, I don't want to see him go to the Giants.
If they get Saquon Barkley, they'll finally have a running back. Because they haven't had a running back since Arian Foster in
Deshaun in New York, man. I like that though.
Yeah.
I like that. But you know what? I just thought about this team, just popped in my head. Cleveland Browns, get your ass on the phone right now.
You give up Baker and what else you want?
Cleveland, get on the phone because
they just got Amari, so
that's what I'm saying. They got Amari, even though they released Jarvis Landry. But I mean, I feel like Cleveland would be a good spot for him. Of course, he would have to battle Lamar. Pittsburgh, you ain't got to worry about them. Mitchell Trubisky's there about to be their starting quarterback, so you ain't got to worry about that.
Mitch, I have a Bears fan that I argue with all the time. He talks highly of Mitchell Trubisky.
He's not bad, bro.
He's not that bad, man.
He's not bad.
I don't like him, but hey, people will argue different, man.
He's not bad, but he ain't gonna get you to the playoff. Okay, I ask you this: better quarterback, Mac Jones or Mitchell Trubisky?
You say Mac Jones?
Mac Jones,
the one that changed to a receiver?
I mean, not Mac Jones.
Hey, look, Rob's get a hold up before this show started, bro.
Nah,
the Patriots quarterback.
Nah, I know who you're talking about. I liked Mac Jones until the end of the season. And into the playoffs, he was
Mac
doing
Jones
good.
or Mitchell Trubisky, better quarterback.
Mac Jones right now. That's what I would take. I don't like Mitchell, bro, but Mitchell's overall record.
I'm rolling with Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, what was he? 12 and what was his record that one year with the
playoff win? Mitch had to endure. That's the thing. You could blame Mitch prior to this season.
Yeah,
Mitch was gone. They were still horrible, and they had Bowles, and they drafted Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And who else was on there? And they had Andy Dalton.
Yeah, and I think Nagy's play calling in that second year with Mitch is what kind of hurt him too. So,
yeah.
So he.
You know what? I might take Trubisky over Mac Jones. Honestly, he's more proven.
Look at when he played for the Bills. Behind Josh Allen, but when he did play, he looked good.
Yeah.
So
actually, he has a winning record. He's 29 and 21.
Yep.
So Mitchell Trubisky might not beat him.
But he had like I said, I argue with a Bears fan all the time. He said he was like 12-4 at 1 year with the Bears. I think it was his rookie year. 13-3, which is even better. That's what I mean.
Okay, yeah, he was 4-8, 11-3, 8-7, and then 6-3. So I mean, outside of his rookie year, I mean, he had a winning record every single year he was with the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one. But
I just
speaking of
don't think it's
QBs,
a division. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I don't know if he can survive that division.
Yeah.
speaking of QBs, there was another QB who made a move from the Northeast over to the Midwest to the Denver Dirty
Ah,
Broncos.
man. Don't do this to me, Q. Don't do
Russell
this to
Wilson
me.
is now a Denver Bronco.
Woo, woo.
See, my bad. I'm sorry. Sierra Wilson is now a Denver Bronco and will be suiting up for the squad this season. So I'm gonna
Absolutely.
let Ralph cook on this one last, but me and Brew, we gonna tear the Broncos apart on this one right here. Russell Wilson getting traded to the Broncos. What does it mean for me? It means the
Man.
same thing I said about Tom Brady. Absolutely nothing. Not a damn thing is what it means. And this is the reason why. Broncos are talented top to bottom. So it's not the team. It's not the team. It's the division. You got Pat Mahomes, and now you have the LA Chargers doing everything that they can do to bolster their roster. Derek Carr is going to be Derek Carr, so we ain't worried about that. So at worst, the Denver Broncos are third in that division. And then on top of that, let's talk about all the teams you have in the AFC. You have the Buffalo Bills who have emerged as a team. You have, I know, Brew, I'm sorry. You have the Lamar Jacksons that have emerged. You know, if he can stay healthy, you know what I'm saying. So for me, it's too
The
much of
Tennessee
a
Titans. Yeah.
the Tennessee Titans is too much of a gauntlet out west for Russell Wilson to for the next 3 to 4 years consistently put y'all in a position to make the AFC Championship game. So it's not the roster; it's just that the whole AFC period is just so deep. I don't see Russell Wilson really having an effect for y'all. It's not really going to do anything. But Brew, what's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts on Russell Wilson going to the Broncos?
I mean, I think it should get them to the playoffs.
Of
You got to
course,
see the
of course.
schedules. I think they definitely can compete. They were competing for the most part, with the
Absolutely.
division, even with nobody at quarterback. I mean, they got a run game. They still got what players did y'all give up? Y'all gave up fans.
Noah Fant was really the only one. We gave up a defensive lineman,
Mhm.
Harris, Shelby Harris, or
Okay,
something
Yep.
like that. But Noah Fant was the really big hit as far as players. Drew Lock, of course, was
nothing.
null and void.
Okay, so yeah, y'all straight then. Y'all still got all y'all receivers.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
re-signed Tim Patrick, right? Did y'all re-sign him?
Oh yeah, Patrick, Judy,
So yeah, y'all be up.
Sutton,
I
as long as
think
he can stay healthy.
y'all should make the playoffs. It'll be crazy because now it makes the Raiders trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the Raiders can't make the playoffs. I was gonna say they could have 4 teams make the playoffs, but now the Raiders ain't it.
Right.
That's
So
what I said. They at worst the Broncos are at worst third in that division. The Raiders ain't nobody worried about no damn Raiders.
yeah,
So where so the playoff team. So Russell Wilson is 33, I think. The
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
next 3 to 4 seasons, Big Brew. Do you see the Broncos? Of course, a lot of shit has to change. We get all of that free agency, blah blah blah. But do you see the Broncos making at least one Super Bowl run within the next 3 to 4 years with Russell?
Question: Who's y'all's head coach right now?
The
Uh,
offensive coordinator from the Packers this year.
Or however much weight that carries, I don't always trust the system just because you coached for the Packers or the Rams.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but
I would
we'll
like to
see.
see big fans. Y'all get one more year. At least y'all's defense will be up to par. Whew, you said up to a Super Bowl run.
at least one with. I
Yeah,
mean, because think about it like this: we got a quarterback. We went to the Super Bowl and won. Y'all traded for y'all quarterback. Y'all went to the Super Bowl and won. So
right.
can the Broncos do the same type of thing within the next couple 3 or 4 years?
But see, the advantage was
Daniel, you're thinking about it too hard, bro.
no, no, no,
Yes,
no, no, no. The
yes.
advantage was in the NFC. All the NFC quarterbacks are getting old.
That's a
Tom
fact.
Brady honestly didn't even play good in the NFC Championship. The defense bailed him out. He
Mhm.
didn't play great in the Super Bowl. So we just run through the NFC, then we go beat one AFC team. You got to beat all the talent. You
Oh
don't
yeah.
go
Uh,
get the best.
Trust me, I know.
And I know. Hey, like I said, they just signed Roger Stafford today. They trying to get. I saw that the tight end for the Giants got a deal. Was it the Bills who signed him? I
I
saw
didn't
the
see
Bills
that.
wanted him.
I didn't see that one either.
Okay, so it didn't say who he signed with, but it said he had a deal in place. But if they get Evan Ingram and they get the offensive line juiced up, and they're trying to use their pick on the defensive tackle from Georgia. Lock the Bills in, man.
Lock the Bills in.
Lock the Bills in.
Who are the Bills? Anyway, I'm just playing.
But nah,
Anyway,
I don't know. It's possible. I just don't see it, but it's possible.
I don't see it
But
either,
at
bro.
least I'll be in the playoffs round. You can start wearing your gear again.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
Not for nothing. Denver.
You can put the Broncos gear after
I'm back. We back.
Man, Ralph, the floor is yours. What does Russell Wilson getting traded to the Broncos? What's it mean for your Broncos, my guy?
For me as a fan, it means absolutely everything, bro. I don't think you can go anywhere in the NFL without a quarterback, without a legit quarterback, and that's what we got. We got a top 5 to 7 quarterback, and I'll take that, man. We went from Drew Lock to Teddy. Two gloves Teddy, which I like Teddy, but he's just only going to get you so far, man. It is what it is. The writing's on the wall. So I think with Russell, we definitely a playoff team. I'm not going to jump the gun and say we're a Super Bowl team because we still got a lot of work to do. And like I said, we play in one of the tougher conferences right now with Russell Wilson. You got Patty Mahomes. I like Derek Carr. I know y'all not the biggest fan of him, but I like Derek Carr. And you got Justin Herbert. So, and all the moves that the Chargers are making right now is really scary for that team, especially that defense. So I'm just ecstatic, man. I'm just a happy fan right now, and I feel like we at least have a chance to do something. What's going to happen next? I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to jump the gun, but Russell, thank you. We appreciate you. We hope that you bring us a Super Bowl, but even if you don't, I know that we'll be there and we'll have a chance. So you're talking to a happy fan right now, man.
The Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback. He's just in the wrong division. That's all that is. Like if you put Derek Carr in the AFC South or something like that, where the Colts and the Jaguars, like he would be pretty good. But when you going against Justin Herbert twice a year, Pat Mahomes twice a year, then Russell Wilson twice a year, bro, you're not that type of quarterback to be competing against them, 6 times out of a year. So yes, it's not that he's a bad quarterback. He's just in the wrong division right now, man. That's all it is. You just about to say something, Daniel?
Oh no, I didn't understand. I wasn't gonna say anything, but something did come to mind. He was complaining, or Sierra was complaining about the city of Seattle. Because what are they known for? They're known for the rock group. What's my man's name? Nirvana, and not Bruce Springsteen. Is that who they known for? No, I don't think it's him. Somebody else. But anyway, they're not known for much. So the move to Denver, it's just to me a better Seattle. Denver's a better Seattle. Like it's not like the greatest place to live. It's expensive as hell. So I didn't understand that. But I get it. If he didn't want to go play for New York, I wasn't going to play for the Giants either.
Hey, there it is. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. But then again, keeping with the quarterback trends, there was another guy in Green Bay, Wisconsin, who just got the bag handed to him for reportedly 4 years, $200 million contract extension to remain the QB of the Green Bay Packers. So as I asked the fellas around the horn real quick, did Green Bay panic and overpay Aaron Rodgers? I'm gonna say hell yeah, they overpaid Aaron Rodgers. You about to start seeing these $50 million quarterbacks, right? $50 million a year quarterbacks. That's all fine and dandy. Get your money by all means necessary. But what you're doing at the same time is cutting off the rest of your squad. So Devontae Adams and the Green Bay Packers are far apart in negotiations. Why? Because Green Bay can only offer so much money because of the contract. So Devontae Adams, he wants to get paid similar to a quarterback, but they can't have 2 quarterback type contracts on their roster. So this is the type of thing that's about to start happening for Aaron Rodgers over the next 2 to 3 seasons. He's going to start seeing pieces move and leave because they don't have the money to keep these guys. So they're going to have to build through the draft. Good luck with that, Green Bay Packers, because they drafted Jordan Love in the first round and traded up to do so. So good luck trusting the Green Bay Packers to do the right thing and draft people. But do I think they overpaid? Hell yeah. 1 Super Bowl in his entire career, 1-4 in the NFC Championship matchups, and you paying $200 million because you scared that this guy's gonna leave. like Daniel said earlier, the NFC is wide open with quarterbacks. Take your chance with Jordan Love and see what happens. I mean, outside of Brady, Matthew Stafford, who else is in the NFC that you would really have to fear like that? Nobody really. So I mean, take your chance and see if Jordan Love can get you anywhere between 8 to 10 wins. If he can't, at least you know you still got a high draft pick coming in next year's draft. Continue to build your team and let Aaron Rodgers go wherever he got to go. So for me, I think they did overpay for Aaron Rodgers because yeah, he got 4 MVPs, but he ain't got shit else to show for it. He got 4 MVPs and one title. $200 million. All right, bro. Good luck with that. But anyways, Daniel, what's your thoughts, man?
Man, I look at Aaron Rodgers like I don't know if y'all ever have, but you get that girl that you wanted. She looked good. She got that fatty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't got but one kid or maybe none.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time you turn around, it's either you got to make a deal with an ultimatum. It's her way or the highway. And a couple times, you swallow your pride and you give her her way. But then you're like, damn, how many times I got to do this to keep her? Eventually, you just like, man, I'm just going to let her go.
Yep.
If I'm the Packers, I'm going to holler at you. We already dealt with Brett Favre, you know what I mean, his fake retirement, everything that he did.
Yep.
Hell, you only got us one Super Bowl too, so I'm not going to pay you 50. Especially, I mean, I understand they raised the cap. It's over $200 million now, but that's still you paying a quarterback 20% of your cap. You still got to pay Devontae Adams. He wants to be the highest paid wide receiver. We just watched the wide receiver 3 get paid $20 million, possibly $21 million a year. So Devontae Adams is going to want 25.
And you see, he said he's not signing the franchise tag.
Hey, if Christian Kirk reportedly is getting 21,
Absolutely.
if I'm Devontae, that's the starting point. If we're not starting at 21 million, don't talk to me right now, bro. That's the starting point.
And they got to sign Jair Alexander.
And don't they have to bring the Smith boys back?
One is gone.
They go.
Zadarius is gonna go. Yeah. They couldn't reach an agreement.
Jair Alexander's gonna want at least 22 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like you talking about almost 100 million between 3 players.
Yeah, that's
possible, bro. Not possible, bro.
Like it don't even make sense. That's why I presented the question. Like, why would you give him this amount of money at this point in his career? I know he's just coming off an MVP season, but he's a 38-year-old quarterback who hasn't won anything big in 15 years.
12 years since 2000.
So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just a little ridiculous, man. I mean, to give that man that amount of money and not to be able to bring back his number one receiver. So what's Aaron Rodgers going to look like next season, not having Devontae Adams out there? Is he still going to be the same MVP guy that we've seen? We don't know it. And I just feel like it was about 3 years too late. I feel like y'all should have paid the man instead of playing around with him, drafting Jordan Love. Y'all should have gave Aaron Rodgers this money years ago. And now y'all wait to this point where I'm not going to say Aaron Rodgers is still not a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Don't get me wrong. But to pay this man this amount of money where you leave yourself in limbo on how are we going to be able to sign other players to still be competitive, it just makes no sense to me, man. And again, he's 38 years old. I don't think he's going to live up to that $50 million that y'all plan on paying him. So it's just a dumb move to me, man.
So, Ralph, you asked the question. You said if Devontae Adams doesn't come back, who is Aaron Rodgers going to be out there? I'll tell you who he's going to be. Jordan Love.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky going to be out there.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling is a free agent. That was like the second best receiver.
It just makes no sense, man.
They got a tight end left, but that's it. At this point, they're going to have to go run heavy.
See, for the past, I would say 5 seasons, what has Aaron Rodgers complained and cried about? Drafting, and y'all don't give me enough help during the draft. Y'all keep drafting the defensive side of the ball. Y'all don't give me no help on the offensive side of the ball. Well, based on what Daniel just said, as far as the contracts are set up, they have no choice but to put a team around him through the draft. And do you trust the Packers to draft great players to put around?
They don't even have the picks. I mean, what picks do they have to actually get a decent player? So
good luck with that.
Good luck, man.
But for me and Daniel, it's perfectly fine. I want all the dysfunction over. Exactly. I want all that dysfunction. Matter of fact, pay him $300 million. That's all I care, bro. Do what you gotta do.
Lambo again.
Yeah, do what you gotta do on that note, man. But anyways, man, we appreciate everybody who tuned in for another great show
Facts,
of
man.
Beyond the Gang. If you can't sit down and watch the show, you can always listen to the show on all major podcast streaming platforms. If you want to sit down and watch the show and you got time, but you don't feel like watching it on your phone, you can check us out on the YouTube channel, which you can watch on your Roku, your Fire Stick, or you could just go ahead and download the Beyond the Game app on your Amazon Fire Stick
Sir.
and check us out on there as well. But anyways, this is your boy Q Walker. I got my guy Ralph and Mr. Running Back Brew down there at the bottom. We get ready to get on up out of here. And as always, man, we want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We have this thing, y'all. Peace.